Hi guys, today I'm excited to share something that it took me years to discover and it increased my rental income for up to 70%. It's just one tool and we're talking about beyond pricing. So let's get into it. Hi everyone. This is Sylvia. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm passionate about real estate properties. I manage a couple of properties myself. I'm an Airbnb super host and premier partner on Vrbo. So if you're into that whole property investment and how to increase your income through renting your properties, check out other videos, look at this video, share and subscribe, and let's get into the main topic today. In all my videos, I share about my personal experience in renting properties and what tools I use to improve my income. And today we're talking about the only tool I use since 2019, and this is beyond pricing. This tool is so easy to use. It helped me achieve up to 95% occupancy in some of my listings, and it doubled my income. Some of them even arrived to have 70% more income just because I used beyond pricing. I don't use any other tools because I find it so easy. It took me years to get into beyond pricing anyway, so might as well use it now, right? It has data analysis of the market in your area. So when you attach it to, let's say you're renting on Airbnb. So when you connect your listing to beyond pricing, you can see what's the market offering, what's the competition, and what are the local events. It is very time consuming to do it manually. So beyond pricing is giving you the best price for your property per night. It researches the data and it suggests you to put price at a certain level. How I got into beyond pricing in first place? Well, one of my properties got fully renovated in 2019 and I was super excited to get more bookings. I also got a professional photo shoot. I'm talking about the importance of professional pictures in other videos, as you know. And I was super excited to really get that property going and have new guests. And here it goes. It's on the market and there are no bookings. I'm like, okay, this is something is wrong. And it was before any pandemic or anything, so the market was as normal. By that point, I was renting the property at a low price. Before the renovation, I was renting it at a low price. I also was pumping the price up, maybe on weekends. I was doing it manually, changing the price for New Year's Eve or Easter or other known events. But I wouldn't do the detailed research and see what every week is happening in my town because it's very time consuming, and as you do it as a part-time job, you don't really have the time to do all that research manually. That's why I was introduced by another host to beyond pricing. He suggested why don't you try this app? I've been using it. You could always turn it off when you don't need and try it out. It's 1 month free. I'm like, oh, I'm not into that. I'm not into all this technology. But I was forced into that because I had no bookings for one entire month and I couldn't understand what's the issue. The property was brand new, looked amazing pictures, and yet it was empty. So obviously there was something wrong. I started using beyond pricing and it was like an eye-opener. It took literally a couple of minutes to get into it, and I'll show you a couple of examples how it works. It's super easy. You attach your property to beyond pricing and they suggest you what is the competition. So let's say there is a local event, let's say it's Super Bowl, and then they research your area and also they take into consideration the hotels as well. So if there is not enough offer on the market and bigger demand, so your price will be pumped up immediately. And I arrived to rent the property at some unbelievable prices at certain events that I was even afraid to put those prices. I was like, my house is never going to rent for that price. And yet it was, because it will calculate what's happening and it will just suggest certain prices, and it's up to you to accept it or not. And this is not, I'm not the only person who went for that. I suggested Beyond Pricing to one of my best friends who is also a super host, and she saw like her price being doubled per night of her listing, and she said, I was so scared because I thought I'm never gonna get booked for those kind of prices, and yet she was, her property was booked, and she doubled her revenue. The same thing happened to me. I tripled my revenue. So let's get in a couple of examples to show you guys how easy it is to use it.
Here we are inside the Beyond Pricing account. You could link different rental platforms to your account. So let's say you're using Airbnb or Vrbo or Booking.com or any other platform to make it easy. And then if that platform is not listed on Beyond Pricing, you could always contact their customer service and say, I'm renting my house on this platform. Can you connect Beyond Pricing to that platform? And they will definitely help you with that. So you could see there is a score of the property depending on how much it is booked in the next 30 days and in the next 90 days. And you can see if it's too high, it means you could raise the price to get less bookings, but with a higher price, which means a high income usually. If you see that the performance is just right, it means you chose a good pricing for your property. If it's too high, you could always put it up so it's not overbooked, and it means you could still get a better price for that particular property. If it's too low, it means your competition is definitely renting for better price, so it would make sense to use their tool, see the market, what your competitors rent their properties for, and maybe adjust your price. It could also mean that you're in a low season, so it depends if you really want to rent that property. And I would suggest again to do your research and use their tools to see what's the best price if you don't want that property to be vacant. You could choose the base price of your property and the minimum price you're happy for it to be rented for. Let's say your base price would be $160 per night, and the minimum price you're happy to accept would be $120. And then you save and sync the prices, and it automatically goes to your rental platform like Airbnb. You don't need to change those prices again. That's the benefits of this tool. So you can see that the calendar was updated, but if you scroll into different months, you could see that there are different adjustments to the price, automatic adjustments, because it takes into account the local events and the local availability between hotels and other houses rented in your area. And then it calculates the demand and supply, then it adjusts the price. So for example, in February, instead of being $120 your minimum price, it would calculate the season and the day of the week. And for example, in LA there's going to be Super Bowl, so it will double the price for that week. If you have a seaside location, you could definitely see that during the summer months it will be double, triple, and even more of your price. And you could see the different days rents for different prices. So doing these calculations manually will take you ages, and it will never be as precise as done by the tools that Beyond Pricing uses. You could always see what's happening in your area, going to nearby listings, and you could see different charts and calculations on what happened in the previous years in your area, in your neighborhood, what other properties rent for. So it's really easy to do your research and calculate the right pricing. I would also recommend to sometimes adjust the pricing if you see that your rental is not performing well, I would definitely see what's going on and lower the price. It means your price is too high.
As you guys probably know from my other videos, I'm a super host on Airbnb, and they also chose me as the ambassador, which means I could give you guys guidance. If you want to rent your entire place anywhere in the world, you could message me directly, click the link below, and I'll give you free consultancy and give you different tools on how to be successful into renting your property and get the maximum income out of it. Feel free to get in touch. Let's chat and let's create together your successful listing on an Airbnb. So if you guys think beyond pricing may be something for you, check out the link below. You could have a month free to try this out. It costs only 1% of your income and you have 1 month free. So you could say no to it like anytime, switch it off. 1% is very, very little, because if, let's say, if you're renting the property, let's say $1,000 a month, you're just gonna pay them $10 for their service, and it's absolutely worth it because it literally will double, if not triple, your income. So it's worth every penny. By the way, just for the record, I'm not associated with Beyond Pricing at all. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm not working for them. I'm just a property investor and a super host, and I'm sharing with you guys these tools because it took me years to find different tools that will improve my income, and not only years but a massive loss of income over the years. So now I'm just happy for people out there. If it helps you, it makes me happy. If it improves your income, it makes me happy. So check out other videos. Share your tools. Here's the question below. Let me know if you use any other tool to optimize your income. What tools do you like and why? I'm happy to check them out and compare them to Beyond Pricing. Maybe there is something even more exciting out there. I didn't find it yet. I was very successful with Beyond Pricing and I'm just sticking to it for now. Recently, I had one of my new listings put on booking.com. This is another rental platform, and it just didn't connect. It was out of sync. So Beyond Pricing would not put the right prices on booking.com even if the property was linked to it. And it was the first time something like that happened, and I got in touch with their customer service and it got solved immediately. I got a reply from them immediately, and we had a little chat online and they solved this issue, no problem. So I would have to say, from my experience, their customer service is really, really good. If you use Beyond Pricing, it will save you so much time. You don't need to manually change the prices anymore. It will suggest your prices. You just have to choose minimum price, the base price, and minimum price you're happy to rent your property. You literally will invest less time to manage your property and you will have more success and more income, of course. If you change the price on Beyond Pricing, it somehow improves the algorithm of your listing on Airbnb. Basically, it puts it out there, it was sent, it's promoted to a potential guest because the price is not always the same. Sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's lower. So it helps your property to be out there, promoted on Airbnb or any other platform you're renting your properties. Just like it will help me if you smash that like button. I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know if you're using Beyond Pricing, if you heard about it before, if you have any questions about this subject, and I will make sure to answer your questions below or in my next videos. So see you on the next one, and let's get your property rented.